Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to join in with week 2 of the weekly challenge over at Chunk Journaling for Everyone. And it was to use the Masterboard that we made in week 1 and make some ephemera out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, you've probably seen the video for week 3 before this because this is me joining in. I only set the challenges every other week. So, yeah. So I was thinking, what am I going to do with this? Now, I have made myself a few little templates. That's hard to see there. See better there. So I've made a couple of tag templates and a few sort of journaling card templates. So this tag template is, I haven't written on it, but it's 3.5 inches wide. I'm going to write on that before I forget. So it's 3.5 inches wide. So they're all written on with a Sharpie. And I've made it, I've marked a line at 6 inches, 6.5 inches and 7 inches, depending on what size tag I want. I've made a smaller one there of 3 by 5.5. I often make 6 by 3 as well, just because if I was cutting up 12 by 12 paper, that gives me 8. Then I've done a little journaling card there, 3.25 by 5, and I've done 6 by 4 and 3 by 4 are often sizes I do because that's what Memories and More cards, Project Share card, Project Life card things come in, so they're quite a good size to have. So I thought these might be useful to kind of see what I might get on my Masterboard. Now I really like these 2 bits here and thought they really need to be on a journaling card or a tag on their own, and so I thought they would work really well. Kind of like her as well. Or is it him? I think it's a her. So it's just a way of sort of getting a little bit of an idea. I've used a Sharpie around the edges as well, so I can see what we might get in a card. That's a really nice journaling card there in the corner, isn't it? Liking that one. So that is what I was thinking that these would be useful for. I saw I think it was Tracy Fox had similar things. Hers were made out of acrylic and used to do this sort of thing, and I thought I'm sure I can make those. So this is packaging. So I've just cut up a box lid that's really quite thick acetate. I saved them all, and yeah, that's what I've done. I'm thinking, it's always a bit dangerous, I'm going to cut this so that it's actually a bit longer. Right, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna go in my trimmer because this is, I made this from book. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. It doesn't stay up anymore on its own. It's that old. So I'm gonna cut this. Down there. So I've got a bit more of a manageable size. I'm gonna just cut that there. So I'll use that for something. So what I'm thinking is that portion there would make a really nice tag maybe to the 6 inches. Might do 6 by 3, and then I've got a thinner tag there. Yeah, and that gives me a 2-inch one that size. Yep. That's giving me a nice tall, thin one. Oh, it's a little bit less than 2 inches, and that's it. So that's a tag, that's a tag, that's a journaling card. This is not quite straight on the bottom here, so I'm just going to straighten that up. I think that's now straight. So that's that bit. Right, how wide is this now? It is 9.5 inches wide. So half of that's 4 3/4. Just thinking about having it as a cover of a notebook. Possibility that means sticking down a bit better because it's cracked as it's gone across, but that's a possibility. So then we're left with this, which is just over 6.5 tall. We've got 9.5 wide, so I could go 2 3s and a 3.5. That would cut that directly in half, which I don't really want. I want that on a tag, so I'm gonna cut that down there. So we've got a 2-inch tag. Just need to straighten that off there. Could be a belly band. And then if I'm going to cut that, if I cut it to 2.5, I could have 3 there at 2.5. See what that looks like. No, I want it bigger than that. 2 3. And then I might have cut that bottom off. I'm going to go, let's cut that side off there, straight. Might have another belly band or tag, and I'm thinking of having a journaling card. And then we've just got just a little card there. Right, so that's it, chopped. Didn't use these too much, they were just an idea that I was playing with. So journaling card, tag, tag, tag. Journaling card, tag, tag, cover, front of a notepad. That's the back. I prefer if that was on the front, but hey ho, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I've got some black construction tape that I might put around all the edges as well. That might look quite good. I may actually end up cutting it, and then that could be the front. Actually, there's a thought. Right, we'll leave that to one side. So the tags that I want to cut up, I'm going to back everything onto backing paper first before I cut it up. Right, I've got some tea dyed paper here. I've put my second lamp on. I realised that it wasn't on. When I looked, and I went, oh, that looks a bit dark. So do apologise for that. Right, so this is just ordinary size copy paper because this is quite thick. You don't really need to have anything thicker on. Oh, do excuse me. So I'm just going to see how this all fits. Fit on there. I am still not fully over so I'm going to get those stuck down. You don't need to see me do that. I'm just going to use glue stick and colour. Might just use the colour, to be fair, and then I'll come back to you. So there they are, all chopped up, and I'm thinking I might have to sew around, just to I mean, I could just glue those edges, but there's a bit of me thinking stitching might really make it look extra special. So I want to first of all do my tag corners. So I'm going to use my punch here. Just going to do straight tag corners because if I'm going to sew, I think they just look a bit better with these straighter edges. Put that one in. Should have done that first, but I didn't. So that's that. So with this punch, my favourite punch, it is actually easier if you do that hole first, and you can measure up to make sure you're in the centre, and it's just easier getting that hole in the right place because you've got a much bigger edge to go in. So that's them ones done. I've got a little one here, so put the hole in. Now I don't want this to be quite so big, so I have marked a little line on there to give me a much smaller there, like that. Now these need to be smaller as well. So let me put the top edge in. There we go, just a little bit there that just needs slicing off. Don't know where my little tiny scissors are. Just didn't go through the outer one there. Now I'm thinking, I like the way, I've got a line there, I'm just thinking I might slip that off and have just two little, I have two tiny little tags there for slipping in, and I might leave that one as a possible side pocket. It's not quite tall enough for a page, but I thought, does it matter? And I'm thinking I might leave that one with square edges, just to be a little bit different. And then these ones I'm going to leave as that, and I'm just going to sew around them so they're journaling cards. Because I did my masterboard all in the same orientation, I can't have a journaling card like that. So, not that it really matters. I could have it like that and I could cover that up with something, to be fair, if I wanted to. Right, so I'm just going to sew around those. So they're all sewn round and I have finished them off, but I'm going to show you how to finish that one off before I go through and show you all of them. I didn't see the need for you to see me decorate them all because I did it all in the same way. So there we have, all sewn round, and on the other side, of course, first thing I want to do is ink it, because I haven't done that yet. So I might have shown you a little bit more, only as soon as I came away from sewing and laid it all out to film, my son rang me, and I don't know if anybody else has this experience, but he rings me so rarely that you kind of drop everything because you're just so grateful that he's got in contact that you drop everything. And an hour and a half later, so I kind of did the decoration whilst we were on the phone, and I thought, well, I need to make sure I leave one for the rest of the video. I got a bit carried away really. So yeah, so we had a good catch up. We're celebrating landing a fabulous job, so it was worth it. So I didn't see the point of updating you until I had an update. And it's like, I'll just be happy if you just say, yeah, still on it. But anyway, it is what it is. Bless them. So there we go. And then I did a little bit of stamping. I just, on the back of each of them, I did a bit of an ink, just an ink blot. I thought that was enough. Did them all the same. use that little ink splatter there from Nature's Prints. I have so many ink splatters. But, so, there. That'll do. Not the best stamped, but actually it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for this. So then we needed to do a little bit of decoration. Now on most of them, all I've done is added a word and a bit of lace. If you have a look, one of the words that I've made and a bit of lace. That's all that I've done on them. Some of them didn't even add the lace because I added it to that strip there. It was enough. But on this one, I added one of my pictures as well because there was a bit of a gap there, and I feel there's a bit of a gap up here. I could add something to that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got these images, which are the same images that I sort of ripped up and put around, and you can just see glimpses here, here and here of some of the images. So I thought we need something else on here. So I'm thinking, because I've got cogs there, so something mechanic. So that one or that one, I think, on here is what I want. I've used my thinning hairdressing scissors. They're not the best quality thinning hairdressing scissors, these, but they do the job. So I'm just going to cut that up because I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. So sometimes it doesn't cut, but that's fine because then you can just rip it, which I think's better, actually. Okay. Straighten that a little bit. There we go. So that's me like faux stamp. I think that works really well. Let's clear the decks behind you, you can see it a bit better. There's the other one. Just need to neaten that a bit because it's a bit squiff. Quite like the fact that that's got bits hanging off. Still squiff, Jez. Come in a bit here. So that's how I did my stamp, and then about deciding which one's going to go on there. But let's do a bit of inking. And what I did actually was I took my vintage photo, inked the edges with vintage photo. I'm not going to use them both, but I still can't decide which one I'm going to use. And then got my blending brush, which has got soft suede on it. Give it a bit of a thingy, and let's see if I've got any ink left on this. Give it a little bit of a splatter, just a little bit. And then actually, I think a little bit of a postmark would look good. I didn't do that on the other one, but I think I'll do it on this one. Move that out of the way. So let's get me postmark from, there it is, Ranunculus Romance, which is a ridiculous name, I think. I know it's the name of the plant, isn't it? But, or the flower. But, right, I'm gonna think, oh, some of my ink pads are still in the bag. From the weekend. Shall I go? An espresso, I think. Give it a dark one. Yeah. There. That'll do nicely. Running out of space of where to put things because I need to do a big tidy up after doing several projects that I've been filming. So there we are. I also got this little strip of lace, which is what I've put on the bottom of each of the words, and I've got a couple of words here to choose from. I'm wondering about clockwork because we've got some cogs. If I use that one, and clockwork, and a bit of lace underneath. I think that might be where we're going. So let's chop a bit of this off. So it's a bigger word. I might go for 4. Most of them I've been doing 3 scallops. I think that one can have 4. Yep. So let's bring my little piece of paper in. So I just put a bead of glue along the bottom of this. Which is the right way around, that way. I just glued that on. Oh, what I've forgotten to do is to colour it. Just did a quick colour of the letters so they weren't white. And I did go around the edges to make sure they weren't white. Best to do this before you stick it down, but I forgot. There we go. I've not been up long, so I've had to do this in the morning, and I thought, oh, I need to get it finished. So now we've got that there. I think we'll put that on it like that. Just wanted something. Cover that gap up. Now I want them together. Yeah. That's where they're going. So let's stick that one down. And then I'll show you the pièce de résistance that I did. That really gives it a steampunk edge. was fun to do, and maybe had I not spent an hour and a half on the phone, might not have done the next step. So a bit of Fabby Tack, because that's lace. Why have I screwed the entire top off? Because it's really early in the morning, Jez, and you haven't finished your coffee. That's why. Egypt. So just a bit of Fabby Tacky. I call it Fabby Tack, fab, as in fabulous. It's Fabry Tack, as in fabric. There we go. There we go. Across there. That top bit's paper. I got ever so gluey and messy whilst I was on the phone to James. There we go. Stick that across there. And then I had a bit of that lace that I just cut in half so that it's tatty to go in. And then I just cut it down a bit. There we are. And then I was looking at it whilst I was on the phone. I was thinking, oh, I'm sure I could do something else to it. And so I decided to add some eyelets. If we have a look at these ones, I put eyelets in the middle and then randomly. They come through to the other side, but it doesn't matter. So I've gone through the middle of some of these to add eyelets. Where there wasn't any cogs, I just put an eyelet. But on these, I've put them in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do. So I used my crocodile and looking at where I can put hole, so I can put one in the middle of that if I can reach there. That's heavy glasses, Jess. Might be able to reach, but I can't see. So use the biggest hole in there. Yeah, that is the best place. I've got the big reach one, but I'm not getting that out. And then put some eyelets in here using my new green drawers, which you may have seen if you looked at my charity shop haul. Gave it a good clean. It's still a bit mucky. Years of dirt and grime. Give it a squeeze. These are a little bit, I'm just going to give it a good squeeze. These are a little bit thicker. I'm not buying these eyelets again. They're a bit thicker. There we go, they need a double squeeze. So I think that's really cool. So go in this one as well. Just think it adds, I mean, even if you just make a hole, it's good, but I'm gonna add the eyelet. Doesn't help when you've got to give it an extra squeeze because it's extra long. There we go. And then I might put one in that one as well. 3, got to do 3s, haven't you? Or I could do the one at the top. exactly the one at the top. That's quite close to the top, but I think that will. Oh, cool. Putting one up there. Love these cogs. Absolutely love them. Big squeeze. There we are. And that's my little finishing touch. So that's them. That's them all done. I haven't done anything with this. I'm going to turn this into a cover, and I think I might end up chopping it. So I've got two separate covers, and using a bit of chipboard and put a spine in. I think that's what I'm going to do with this, because that's pretty cool. I quite like that as the front cover, with a little something else on there, maybe another one of those. So I've done most of the masterboard, but to be fair, it was a very big masterboard, so I think I've done all right. So we've got that tag, that one, little hole there, little hole up there, just a little journaling card. I can put a bulb pin in there now and a tag, little dangly if I want to. Might get them out in a sec. Another cute little one there, love that. Nice long one there. And I say, it's okay that it's got holes on the back, it's still right on it, and I think that's quite steampunky. Nice cute little one there. Just one. And that is going to be a side tuck, pocket, or a belly band, or just a little journaling card like that. There we've got that one. Just put the two in there. I got that one. So I did put one in there in that button, even though it's a button. And then lastly, this one, we've got holes in there. And now just put the two in there. So that is, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags and 4 different size journaling cards. So that is what I did with my masterboard, and I say I can make a little mini journal cover as well. So hope you liked that. Hope that's given you some ideas. If you've got cogs, thought putting a little eyelet in it was a good idea. Okay, so I shall be back with the next challenge very, very soon. Okay, bye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.